All right, hello everybody, welcome back. So now we're going to talk about actors. Actors are probably the thing that you know the most about theater, about any kind of entertainment, any medium of entertainment that you see. The actors are the ones that tell the story. They act the characters, they are there. The nature of acting is that actors stand at the center of theater. Of course, without playwrights, we don't have stories, but without actors, we don't have people to tell those stories, to inhabit those characters. So actors really stand at the center of theater. There is no production without the actors. The nature of acting is that good actors possess creativity, concentration, determination, stamina, access to imagination, playfulness, the ability to cope with rejection. That's a very important one. There's a lot of rejection as an actor. Non-rational thinking and detailed emotional memory. All these things are what an actor needs to be able to be successful and to be a professional or to just do well at their craft. Accomplished actors respect their profession and craft. They take it seriously. It's not a joke. Some dive too deep into it if you have method acting and that kind of stuff, but we're not worried about that today. So they are prompt, prepared, constructive, respectful, and aware. What we mean by prompt is that they're on time every day. I know some of us has challenges with being on time to things, but as an actor, again, they stand at the center of theater. So if you're at rehearsal and you're not there on time, or a performance and you're not there on time, nobody can start anything without you. And you're probably going to get fired very quickly, too. Prepared, bring choices to rehearsal. So they've looked at the script, they've done research, they know the role pretty well, they're exploring different ways. We'll get to that in a minute when we get to rehearsal. They're exploring different ways to get through the process of building this play. They're off book or memorized by the time requested by the director. You have to be super prepared. You have to be constructive. Don't break out of character while somebody else is working, and just being constructive in the room. It really does take the whole group to make a play. It takes a village. Everybody's involved. It's a very collaborative medium, and art, theater is especially. You have to be respectful. Talk to the director about challenges. They don't go straight out to other actors and say, don't do that to me or don't do that, blah, blah, blah. You have to be respectful to everybody in the room. Again, you're going to be there for a long time together, at least 4 weeks for rehearsal, and then you're running the show. There has to be a level of respect for the other actors in the room, all the technicians, the director, to really tell the story well. And aware. They know the history of theater and why we still do it. There has to be a respect for what we do as a medium, aware of it and what it means. Successful acting is making believe the character on stage is real. That's what actors are trying to do, right? When you see a television show or a film, it's the same thing, but a play, the person on stage, you want to believe that they are actually that character they're portraying, not an actor saying lines. So an actor's job is to make it seem like they are that character, even though we know that they're not. They use their consciousness, their instruments, their body and voice, and their imaginations to find and then express the characters. So then we get to techniques of acting. Many modern techniques of acting have an emphasis on bringing oneself to the role. We hear about this, again, going back to things called like method acting, where it gets very real. That goes a little too far, but some people find that to be helpful to their process. They seem more natural. Now, this style of acting that we know today didn't occur until the late 19th century. Remember, there was no television, there was no film, no Netflix before the late 20th century, really. Early 20th century for television and film. So theater was the only thing. It was very big, very presentational. Shakespeare back in the 1600s, all the way up until the mid-19th century. It was very presentational. They were big. They were doing poses. They learned different poses for different emotions. It's different than conversational, like what we're doing right now. I'm talking to you. Hopefully, it's very natural. Acting didn't really become this until the late 19th century when a man named Konstantin Stanislavski, who you might have heard of, came up with this system or technique. It's based and rooted in realism. He was a late 19th century theater director, Russian. He worked with Anton Chekhov, who you might have heard at the Moscow Art Theater. So a lot of the first things of quote-unquote realism came out as far as theater, come out of this theater in Russia. He was interested in both actor training and in the problems of performance. His system allowed the actor to create the illusion of the first time, again and again. Remember, these actors are trying to make you believe that they don't know anything that's about to happen, even though they've memorized the script and they've been working on it for weeks. The system is broken into four different kind of aspects. There's the given circumstances that we've talked about this in playwriting. and in watching a play and how to read a play, understanding the givens. What year is it? What is the age of these characters, of my character? Motivation. We hear about this one a lot. What is my motivation? What is the motivation behind each action? Why does the character do what it does? If you don't know that as an actor, you can't actually do it, right? Then you're just saying words because they exist on a page, which isn't interesting. That's when you don't like a performance. What's your objective? What goal are you moving toward? And then your super objective, this is one that he brought in, the life goal of the character. You're taking this class right now because you want to get your degree. You want to get your degree because you want to get a job, let's say, and your job requires a degree. Why do you want to get a job? Well, because you want to be able to have money so you can buy a car and have a family and have a house. Why do you want all those things? Because you want to find happiness. So the super objective is all the way at the top, right? I want to be happy. It's very general, but all of our everything we do is motivated towards something. And as an actor, you have to figure out what your character's motivations are, what their goal is. With these techniques, though, there's no technique that's best for everyone. Ultimately, it's just a tool to help the actor find the truth in the character. So there's going to be a few videos here for you to watch, especially on Stanislavski. So watch those, and they'll be on the quiz.